The most challenging part of the practicum and internship process for most students is determining where they want to work and securing the actual practicum or internship with their organization of choice. By far, this part of the process is where I spend most time answering questions and consulting with students. While I do not have any magic answers, I would like to provide you with some helpful tips that I believe will help you to be more successful. First, start early. Don't wait until your junior or senior year to start gaining experience. The reason why the practicum and internship are required courses is because the SRM faculty believe this experiential learning will provide you with a competitive advantage. You are competing with more than 30,000 other undergraduate and graduate students within the United States for jobs in our industry. Many students in business, communication, psychology, sociology, and a number of other fields also want to work in the sport industry. Thus, it is vitally important that you start the process early and put as much experience on your resume as possible. Here are some practical tips for building your resume and finding potential practicum or internship sites. Volunteer with nonprofit organizations, work at events, when you go home for break, or with your local sport organizations or high school back home. Join sport-related clubs or organizations such as SLAM. Attend career fairs and conferences. Go on a heart school trip such as the Final Four, Super Bowl, spring training, or a study abroad. You can go to online sites like teamworkonline.com, ncaa.org, bluefishjobs.com, and others. You can go to the Heart School website and our social media sites for the newest listings of jobs. This is the best way to find the most recent jobs. And most importantly, network, network, network. Introduce yourself to guest speakers and stay in touch with them. Meet alumni, link in with them, and stay in contact. They want to help you. One way to do this is to like the Heart School Alumni Network Facebook page and join them for various events. Second, set some goals as to where you want to be 3 to 5 years from now. Part of this is determining your strengths along with your interests and your passions. The sooner you know what you want to do, the more experience you can gain prior to graduating from JMU. Your SRM classes should be helpful in narrowing this down. Also, it is helpful to figure out what functional area you want to work in, such as marketing or finance or facilities or events. And then also figuring out what segment of the industry, such as college sport, pro sport, fitness, or parks and recreation. For example, you can be a marketing director at Gold's Gym or a marketing director with the New York Giants. Third, don't settle for convenience. While it may be convenient to do your internship with your high school soccer coach, it may not be very helpful if you want to work as a marketing director in the NFL. While some of the skills you learn while working in soccer are transferable to working in football, however, there is an old saying that birds of a feather flock together. People who work in the NFL know other people in the NFL. High school soccer coaches know other high school soccer coaches. So if your goal is to work as a marketer in the National Football League, then try to get as much marketing and NFL experience on your resume as possible, so that when you go to apply for that NFL job, you have relevant experience to talk about. Finally, once you have identified some potential practicum or internship opportunities, you will need to apply and be accepted by the agency. Most organizations require that students completing their internship are doing so for credit. Your practicum site will be approved as long as it falls within the broad spectrum of sport and recreation as discussed in your classes. Examples of practicums and internships that will not be approved are placements with, say, a car dealership, an accounting agency, an insurance business, and others outside the scope of sport and recreation.